And welcome. This is Tampa Home Talk, and I'm your host, Katrina Madewell. No Adam Talley again this week, but Mr. Leo Kane is here.
I'm still in disbelief right now. I mean, I hate to say I don't trust the weather, but it's a balmy 67 degrees right now, and it's supposed to be 30 tonight.
Leo's with Beryl Engineering and Inspections if it's your first time joining us, and he's complaining about the weather.
I mean, I'm always complaining about the weather this time of the year.
Usually it's the weather inside the building.
Yeah, but I'm just having trouble. I'm in disbelief. Patrick, I'm one of those naysayers. I don't see how it's going to be 30 degrees tonight.
Well, it's going to change quickly, but I hope you're right and everybody else is wrong.
No, I'm probably wrong. I just want to be right, but I'm probably going to be wrong. And if you're part of our listening audience out there, please, your tip of the week this week for inspection would be water your plants tonight before you go to bed.
So let's talk about that for a minute, shall we? Because there was a great debate on Facebook about this.
There's no debate.
You're the perfect person to ask about it. No, my question is, and this is your answer will be better than mine. That's why I'm asking you. So one of my friends, she's a nurse, and I was like, God bless you. Like you totally wants you to like fix your wound, but you definitely don't, anything living or like household related, you probably don't want to ask her. But someone had commented, spray your plants down with water. So they'll freeze. And she thought they were joking around. I'm like, no. It insulates them so they stay warm. So what's the science behind that, Leo?
Okay, so distressed plants are more susceptible to cold damage. So if you water them in advance, they insulate because they've absorbed all this water. And it's kind of like how we do thermal imaging in the field.
Okay.
So when we're looking for roof leaks through your walls, we're not actually looking through your walls. We're using a thermal camera. And what we do there is we're measuring temperature anomalies.
Okay.
And a temperature anomaly is basically a difference between the hotness or warmness in the surrounding area. So when you water your plant has all this extra water, and that retains heat or cold, in this instance heat, longer than if it didn't have that. So air heats and cools faster than water. So if you water your plants and your plants absorb all this water, it's actually like they're wearing a blanket.
So they get frozen and it kind of stays in there.
Right.
So is it not applicable to any type of plants, any certain plants, or is it applicable to all plants?
I plan to water all my plants tonight. I'm planting to garden hose out there. And
Has your stuff ever died by doing that? But it's going to be pretty cold.
It's going to be pretty cold. It does not die. So what's nice about this cold snap is we had a good rain yesterday.
Yes.
So everything got its initial little bit of water suck up. So now it's gonna get a little water suck up by you tonight by watering your plants, and they'll survive. You still might lose some upper limbs, like mango trees. You'll end up with some dead growth. What'll happen is in the next week you'll see the mango trees. Some of those leaves will start to brown. You have to cut those. Those will never grow back, and they'll just be there. So you have to cut those on your mangoes. But
before or after the?
After they brown.
Okay, got it.
Avocados are going to be susceptible, highly susceptible to this. Mangoes are highly susceptible. If you have any citrus trees, they can be. But yeah, the rain yesterday is a big help. And then tonight, any plant you value, just go out there probably around 9, 10 o'clock tonight.
I was going to ask what time.
Water everything down.
And isn't it going to be around, when's the temperature really start changing? You definitely after sunset, but when does it start moving into freezing?
Well, it's going to be probably the blackest of night, the coldest of cold is when you hit the temperatures that low. Now, you have to remember the last couple of times that Tampa was in this freeze warning where they said it was going to get below 32 degrees, it never actually got below 32.
It's been a minute.
They've said, I think 2 years ago, it was supposed to get down there, and it never did. So
it did snow here in the 70s. I'm sure Pat George remembers that.
I mean, they're saying we have a 30% chance of flurries. And if that's the case and we get snow in Tampa, I'm moving to Belize, quitting the radio show, and I cannot handle cold.
I mean, it happens. It did snow here in the 70s. You remember that, Pat?
Oh, I remember that. As a matter of fact, I had gone out that evening and partied a lot and got up late that morning and saw the remains of all of that. So I missed the snow, but yes, it was here. I was living in Temple Terrace at the time.
Well, I can't imagine.
Leave it to you, Pat, to have too much tequila and miss it all.
No, it wasn't tequila back in those days, but I did miss the entire bit of snow. It all melted by the time I got up.
Oh,
speaking of tequila, I heard an interesting statistic, and I don't know if I believe it, but I heard, do you know what the most commonly ordered drink in a bar is? That's a spirit.
It's got to be a margarita.
It is. I thought mojito might have been up there. Old fashioned might have been up there.
Mojito maybe in Miami, not everywhere.
Yeah, I guess that's right. I love a good mojito. But yeah, margarita apparently is the number one ordered mixed drink in a bar in the United States. And I found that very fascinating. And I learned that on a mixology show.
Interesting. All right. Well, before we run out of time in our first segment.
Oh, I do have to say, as a reminder, just because you got to tell them what you're going to tell them, and then you got to tell them, then you got to tell them what you told them.
Yeah.
Make sure you water your plants tonight. I mean, there's no...
If I water my staghorn, it's not going to die. I was going to wrap it in blankets, but you're telling me to water it.
I would
better.
water it and wrap it in blankets. If you're that concerned where you're going to make all your plants nice and snug, give them a good watering first.
Okay.
We'll report back on how that works out. All right, so let's go into the numbers real quick because now I do want to look at this side-by-side comparison to last year, shall we?
Yeah, I mean, the dismal numbers this week.
Well, our new listings were coming in at 437 this week. And if you remember last year, this was reported on the 17th. So right around this same time last year, the market was just starting to heat up. Mm-hmm. Wasn't yet crazy, but it was definitely heating up. And we were still really a hot market. But the number of new listings on the market this week is 437. Compared to this time last year, we were at 582. And then price increases, whatever, 74, 79. Literally, I'm convinced that that's a typo. That there were 74 typos and somebody missed a zero. Price decreases. This one's important. 702 this week compared to last year at 245. And the number of
pendings. Yeah,
let's look at solds and pendings. So pendings this week is coming in at 658. Last year, 1015.
Yeah, I mean, there's no sense of urgency. There's no last minute rush. There's no race to the finish line. Got to get this done before the end of the year. We're just...
And look at this.
Everyone's checked out.
691 sold, this last 7 days compared to last year, 962. That's not a big difference for the difference in the market.
I mean, it's substantial, though. I mean, you have to think...
30%.
The other thing you've got to look at is this year with Christmas Eve and Christmas Day on a Saturday, Sunday, this is a full week.
Full week.
Because kids are still technically in school till today.
No, they're not. Most of them are out.
Yesterday was the last day.
Sometime this week, but
yeah, I think yesterday was the last day. So, but I mean, if you look at this time last year, they were all out by now. So, I mean, that's stuff to take into consideration that this was basically a normal week, whereas last year this was a holiday week.
Yeah, that's true, and that has some comparison. And one final thing I was going to say on that is I read an article this morning that said, of course, New Yorkers is a normal migration pattern to Florida, but there's a lot of law enforcement, so especially NYPD, that are retiring and moving to Florida.
Okay.
Like a huge, huge, huge number, which makes sense. Like one of at that wedding that I went to in New York, he was from there, started his law enforcement career in New York in the city, moved to Tampa, was literally head of the police union, now lives in Austin, and he's head of security there for the capital of Texas, Austin.
Awesome.
Yeah. So just some fun little facts. All right. So, and then we have Tammy Peters. She's back. We're going to talk about the Wonderland of Lights in Santa's Village. We're so excited to talk about that. There's a ton of festivities all over Tampa Bay. We're going to touch on those really quickly when we come back after the break. And we're going to talk about the Wonderland of Lights in Santa's Village as well. And before we go to the break, kids, this is so cool. Santa's house at the North Pole is worth $1.15 million, according to Zillow. So Christmas is only days away, and we know Santa's busy at the North Pole. And Mr. and Mrs. Claus, they claimed their first home on the Zillow website in 2016. So I love that you can track Santa's house value. It has 25 acres, and it's got Santa's main living quarters, a community of tiny elves, and a state-of-the-art toy-making facility and garage space for all-weather sleigh and in the stables for his reindeer. So it's constructed in the 1800s. It's got 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, and 2,500 square feet, full of some old world charm and modern day amenities. So if you want some fun and you tool around on Zillow, go check out Santa's place.
Oh, my.
And you can follow its value and have some fun with the kids on that. So Santa's home was worth just over $650 when he first claimed it on Zillow 6 years ago. So
That
not,
means-
not a bad return on investment there, Santa.
That means he can't qualify for a mobile home, for a MySafe Florida home grant for wind
He
hardening.
lives in the North Pole. It doesn't apply to him. This is Tampa Home Talk. We'll be back. Stick around.
And welcome home. This is Leo Kane with Beryl Engineering and Inspection, reminding you, bah humbug. I'll be so happy once this...
What do you mean, bah
Bah
humbug?
humbugs. Humbugs, Miss Cat. Humbugs.
What, is Scrooge your favorite movie?
No,
The Grinch?
I feel
You're
sorry.
a mean one.
Mr. Grinch. Actually, the opening song in the Muppet Christmas Carol, where they're talking about Scrooge, is actually a pretty good one.
Okay. I did watch A Christmas Story this week.
You're finally watching television now.
A little bit, yeah. I tried to watch The Grinch again last night, and I got through half of it and had to go to bed.
Yeah, no. I don't like A Christmas Carol. Bah humbugs.
I'm like an old lady. I got to go to bed early.
I feel sorry for the Griswolds. I mean, all this man wants to do is do something nice for his family, and he gets taken advantage of by his family.
So let's talk to Miss Tammy Peters because she is in the house, and she has the Wonderland of Lights and America's Christmas Village. Did we change the name a little bit on that?
Good morning.
This
Yes,
year?
we did this year because we are featuring our 30-foot tall Star Spangled Banner Christmas tree.
Oh, I love it. So it's red, white, and blue?
It's red, white, and blue with the stars and the stripes, and we're honoring all of our military.
I love it.
We have 5 Christmas trees all decorated in the branch colors for the Navy, the Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard. Who did I forget?
Did you say National Guard? Marines?
Army?
Army, Marines, Navy,
Air Force.
SEALs.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Oh, the Air Force.
Right.
So,
Oh, gosh.
And Army.
and there's Space Force. There's actually 6 now.
Space
There
Force.
is
There's Space
6
Force?
now.
Space Force is
Yes,
its own branch.
that's a brand new one.
Yeah.
I'm out of the loop.
So,
Well, so was I.
question, if some of the military standard colors are camouflage, and these are trees, does that mean you just didn't put anything on them?
It blends very well, Leo.
Did you not put anything on it?
Do you know, it's very funny, there is no green in any of the 5 military colors.
Not even the Army?
No. All the trees have some version of red, white, and blue in them. I thought it was very interesting. And gold.
Yeah, lots of gold.
Gold.
You should
Lots
put
of gold.
a
Lots of
green
gold.
beret hat on top of the Army one. That's what I would do.
You really
That'd have been cool, yes.
There's no green at all in any of the military units?
No.
I didn't know that.
Now you
And-
know.
I'm no longer the smartest person in the room.
And we're doing a little fundraiser for the Polk County Veterans Council. If you buy a $5 star, you can write your name or your dedicate it to a memory of someone you love.
Okay.
And put it on their tree.
Oh, wow.
And all those funds are going to the Polk County Veterans Council
Nice.
for their Flight of Honor in April.
And so talk about that. What do they do? Where are they going?
Well, they go to Washington, D.C. to see all the military monuments.
I love seeing that on the news. Usually
Me
they feature
too.
them. The president will be there, and it's a whole thing.
It sure is.
I love it. So let's talk about the Wonderland of Lights. You guys are in Auburndale, right?
We
Still this
are.
year?
Yes, we are in Auburndale at the International Market World, right on 92, US 92. This is our second year there, but this is our 7th year producing the Wonderland of Lights. And we actually expanded the course this year. We've got about 1.5 miles of lights. And then we have a 32,000 square foot circus tent that's all decorated. And the feature this year is the Star Spangled Banner Christmas tree.
You know, I came last year, Tammy, and
I
I,
know
was
you
so
did.
late. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, everything's
Yes.
almost done. I'm going to have to come earlier.
Yes.
It was very pretty. Did you go?
No, I did not. I
You
just
have to
want to
go.
revisit the colors real quick because I think some of our listeners, like me, are curious.
Oh,
So
here we go.
Oh, I might be wrong.
Let's do
All of the military branches have purple as one of their colors.
Purple.
Purple.
Yeah, for the
And so purple symbolizes all branches, and then red is for the Marines, gold is for the Army, blue is for the Navy, and white is for the Air Force. So yeah, there is absolutely no green.
Yep.
Camouflage joke out the window.
Yep.
Good luck next time, Leo. Sorry about that. So let's talk about the Wonderland of Lights. What can someone expect if they've never been? We have a lot of regular new people to our area. So let's talk about what it's like, the cost to go, and what they can expect and what sort of things are to do.
Okay. Well, as I said, it's about 1.5 miles worth of big commercial Christmas displays. These aren't displays that you're going to see. I always say it's early Home Depot and Walmart.
Okay.
This is all commercial, highly built steel Christmas displays. And in themed areas, we have a closed circuit radio station. You turn your radio to 103.7, and you'll see a lot of dancing lights.
So next time I go, I'm going to go stand by the radio thing. We're going to take a picture. That's how we're going to do it.
But that sounds cool. And so while you're driving through, you're seeing all the dancing lights. And at the end of your tour, you can park your car, get out, come into the big circus tent. Santa's in the house, but tonight is the last night.
Okay.
Because, of course, he has to go back to the North Pole
How
and
long
get
is the
ready.
wait usually to see Santa there?
Well, Friday and Saturday nights are a little testy. There's
Okay.
a big line. But we have entertainment in the tent. The Transformer car is on location this year.
Nice.
And will be with us through Christmas night.
Which one?
Is it Bumblebee? Is the yellow one?
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
The
Yeah,
Bumblebee.
the Bumblebee.
Yes. And so he comes out a few times a night and says hello to everybody. And quite the photo op.
I bet. So what's the entertainment like? What else is there?
Well, this year we have Giovanni, our little magical elf, and he's entertaining with some of his magic tricks. And then we have the Birds of Paradise. You can go in and feed the parakeets. And there's games and activities. We got bounce houses. We have the North Pole Express train. We have Santa's swing outside. We've got gourmet coffees and hot chocolates and all sorts of good.
So is the train just for the kids?
No.
Oh, the adults can ride
I
it.
asked
adults
this last
too.
year. I ask this question every year because I like riding the train.
There you go.
Ask it every year.
And every year you can ride the train.
There we go. All right, so what's the cost for a family to get in?
Okay, well, if you buy it online, it's $25
Per family or per person?
per family.
So the whole car, whatever.
The whole car. We had people buying per person. We've had them, a lot of confusion. You can bring up to 8 people for $25.
All right.
Where can you go for entertainment for $25 anymore?
Not much of anywhere. That's
You can
for sure.
rent something off a streamer to watch at home.
Well, there
I
you
guess
go.
you could do that, but who wants to do that? at Christmas
Yeah.
time?
Well,
Get out and go see the lights.
This
Go
is coming
see
from
the
the person
lights.
who I've been trying to watch the movie White Christmas.
I
for the
get out
past
and go do
decade.
stuff. You're talking
For
about
the
staying home and
past
watching the movie. That's what
decade
I'll do.
to watch White Christmas.
I should have texted Leo, not Pat. But okay, I'll
For
watch
the
a White
last
Christmas.
decade.
You said
Adam,
on,
Adam and I have been trying to get you to
on,
watch White Christmas.
Netflix?
On Netflix.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
It's really good. If you haven't seen it, you really should.
I've not seen it.
Yeah.
I'm so bad about that stuff. I promise I'll report back. I watched A Christmas Story. I thought it was horrible. I didn't like it. I'm just saying, I didn't like it.
Well, you're slightly catching up to pop culture. Christmas stories from the 80s, so congratulations.
No, I think it was older than that.
But you need to watch White Christmas.
Okay, I'll watch White Christmas. White Christmas it is. I'll let you know. I'll report back if I don't like it.
Okay, you'll love it.
All right. So $25 online. What about if they show up? Can you do that?
$30 at the gate.
Okay.
Absolutely. The 25 ends up almost $30 because of sales tax and convenience fees. You
So
know
maybe
how it
just
is.
pay $30 at the gate.
Just show up at the gate. It's so much easier.
Okay. All right. And we have some tickets to give away too. right?
Yes. Yes, we do.
So can we give away 4 cars?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Wait, we're giving away cars?
No. 4 car entries full.
Car loads.
Cars of 8 people in them or less.
Yes.
4 of you will get to go. So you want to? Should we let Pat take it, or should we? Let's give our off-air number. And
Yeah,
just
let's
let him
do
text
that.
us. We'll do that because
Sure.
we have some Christmas fun facts. We're gonna play Christmas trivia.
Oh, dear.
After the break, when we come back, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So
Oh,
you guys can
boy.
play along. All
Sounds like fun.
So if you want tickets for you and your family to go through the Wonderland of Lights, just call or text Santa to 813-377-2775. 4 of you are going to get to go, courtesy of Tampa Home Talk and Tammy Peters with the Wonderland of
our
Lights.
off-air number, that's not the Pat number.
I know. We're
Okay.
going to have them text. Call or text 813-377-2775. And again, Santa, the first 4 of you that text Santa to 813-377-2775 are going to get the tickets to go through the Wonderland of Lights and check out America's Christmas Village. You will not want to miss this year. More lights, even longer than last year. 813-377-2775. Again, that's our off-air number. So just text Santa to 813-377-2775. When we come back, Leo, Pat, and Tammy, you guys want to play some trivia?
Sure.
All right, we're going to do some Christmas trivia. We'll do round robin. Pat, are you ready? Or are you hopping in and out of stations since there's 2 people there?
Ready, but I'd rather eat pizza.
No. You're going to play trivia with us. All right. This is Tampa Home Talk. Again, that off-air number to call or text Santa to get your tickets is 813-377-2775. We'll be right back. This is Tampa Home Talk. This is my favorite Christmas song. I don't know that I would turn it off.
Well, if we don't turn it off, we'll violate YouTube's
Yeah, I guess we could.
7-second rule, and then we'll have to, the whole episode will be stripped.
Is that what it is? It's 7 seconds. That's
Yeah.
the magic number.
I love the music beds, but I do have to start the recording for the YouTubes. Make sure you...
Under 60, as long as we don't go 60.
Oh, 60 seconds.
Because I was not using YouTube.
Are you sure it's not YouTube? When you repost?
Using YouTube.
I'm using YouTube.
They get reposted to YouTube.
YouTube, it could be different, but I wasn't using it.
Yeah,
No,
7
I use
seconds.
YouTube. And make sure, for all our watchers out there, make sure you smash the like and subscribe button on the YouTube so you can continue to watch these Tampa Home Talks as they get published on a semi-weekly basis.
Well, no. Weekly, but.
No, semi-weekly.
yeah.
Some weeks
Okay.
we skip.
There's no.
Wait a second. So
we should have it nailed by 9 years, I feel like, but,
are we going to be on the air next week?
No, this is our last live show of the year.
So we're gonna skip
next
next
week's
week.
Pre-recorded. We're not skipping.
Well, there's not going to be a YouTube from it.
Or yeah, we'll have one. I can get it to you.
The
We
YouTube.
have a brand new
Sure.
pre-recorded show.
Okay,
Yes, we
cool.
will.
Awesome.
Yes, we will. So actually, Swept Away is coming back
Oh, nice.
next week, and I'm not sure about the second guest. We've been off and on again. We had some audio quality, so we didn't record yesterday for the last half. So I don't know. Maybe Leo's doing the last half. We'll have to figure that out.
Make sure you smash the like and subscribe button. That's the
Do that.
important part. And for you Facebook people, whatever it is that happens on Facebook,
Like,
it's a like.
subscribe, turn on your bell. Yeah.
Okay. I don't use Facebook, so I wouldn't know any of that stuff.
All right. You guys ready for some Christmas trivia?
Yes. Pat versus Leo versus
Tammy.
Tammy.
All right, you ready? I'll
Oh,
keep
dear.
score. Okay, here we go. Let's go first. Pat George, you're going first.
Yes.
Ready?
Okie dokie.
All right. From space, you can see quite clearly the division between East and West Germany. Since the different regions use different types of light bulbs. Hence, the type of light produced is noticeably different. True or false?
I would say that will be true.
Ding, 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 ding. Pat George, you are right.
Wow.
I would have gone false on that.
All right,
one.
so
Wow.
Pat George has won. All right, Tammy, you ready?
Okay.
All right. In countries such as Japan and Scotland, the street lights switch to blue at night. This has resulted in lowered cases of crime and suicide. Proof of the theory that the blue light has a calming effect on human beings. True or false?
Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to say true.
Wait, yeah, but wait.
What?
Brings out more werewolves. So
Oh, dear.
That was not the question. That That was not the question. And your answer is true?
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. One for Tammy.
I knew that one. The first one would have gotten wrong. Second one would have gotten right.
Tammy is right.
And
All right.
She asked a really hard one. I probably don't even get a true false.
Leo, number 3. They're all true or false. You ready? It's not multiple choice. You're not exempt. So you got a 50% chance of getting it right. All right? So the blinking light atop the famed Capitol Records Tower spells out hit records in Morse code. Rather appropriate if you ask us. Now, what is that true or false?
I don't even know where this building is.
The blinking light atop the famed Capitol Records Tower spells out hit records in Morse code.
I'm going to go with
LA.
false.
False, you're right. It actually spells out Hollywood. All right. You each have one.
Woo!
All right, back to Pat.
Blind
You ready?
guess. Blind guess.
All right, we as humans are bioluminescent, not unlike the jellyfish and the fireflies. However, the light we emit is much too weak for our eyes to detect it. I'm glad you did not get that one, Leo. True or false, Pat?
Listen, I've been swimming at night, and I do not see my body being a neon little light in the water, so I'm going to say false.
True.
It is true.
It is true.
See those lights?
You want to elaborate on this one, Leo?
We are semi-bioluminescent. All animals are to some extent that have a natural skin tone, except we cannot perceive our own spectrum of the color.
Because no.
So if you
The light we emit is too weak for our eyes to detect it. That's
yeah,
what it says.
if you watch those nature shows with those special cameras, you can see it. It's neat when you watch the ones that how the bugs see the world. Because remember, in pitch blackness, the bugs can still find us and they can see us from a distance.
Oh, that's why we get bit up by mosquitoes.
Yep.
That makes sense. All right.
Sharks in the ocean.
All right, Tammy, you ready for the next one?
Okay.
Okay. Shortly after he invented the incandescent light bulb, Thomas Edison was determined to bring light and joy to downtown Manhattan. So, in 1879, he laid 8 miles of underground wire to bring power to all the strings of lights around the outside of his New Jersey laboratory. Then, in 1882, the Wizard of Menlo Park and his friend Edward Johnson detected the first Christmas tree with red, white, and blue lights and put it on display for all to see.
That's oddly specific.
Is that true or false?
It seems to me I just heard something about the New York City Christmas tree, and I think that was about the date. I'm going to say it's true.
Bing, 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 bing.
It's too oddly specific to be false.
It's true. She got it.
I thought
She's
so.
I
true.
mean, you have to think false. My thing was false, and it was like a sentence long. Your thing was like a paragraph long.
All right, Tammy is the leader. Leo, let's
Uh-oh.
see if we're going to
Come
tie
on,
it up
Leo.
or run behind. You ready?
She's picking the hardest ones for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with false.
I'm
on
just
this one.
going in order, but I definitely feel like we should have picked the harder ones for you. I totally agree. But we didn't do that, so you're in luck. All right. So Benjamin Harrison
Who?
may have brought the first Christmas tree to the White House in 1889, but James Garfield decked the halls in 1894. Coming 4 years after the White House was wired for electricity, President Garfield requested that the first family tree be decked out with hundreds of multicolored light bulbs. Because of this, he's credited for warming the public up to the idea of electricity in their homes. True or false?
The timing is right. This is another blind guess on my part. I'm going to go with true. I should have gone with false. I'm like said. I started this with this one is false before she even said anything, and I second guessed myself.
It was President Grover Cleveland. It was true, except for the president. Okay, Tammy, you are in the lead.
She
All right.
should- if she doesn't win the Christmas trivia, I'm just saying.
All right. Ready for round 3. All right. President Calvin Coolidge was responsible for the first national Christmas tree in 1923. The 48-foot tall balsam fir came from Coolidge home state of Vermont and was adorned with 2,500 red, white, and green electric bulbs. True or false, Pat George?
What is a pretty Christmas tree? Oh, wait, this is not Jeopardy.
True or false? We'll have to save Jeopardy for next year.
I'm going to say false.
No, Pat's bad at this.
Doing so bad.
It's true. All right.
Solid second place on this one. I'm happy with
You guys
that.
are going to have a bonus round. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. You ready, Tammy?
I'm ready.
All right. Move over, Clark Griswold. The Gay family strung 1 million lights around their LaGrange, New York home in 2014 to reclaim the Guinness World Record for the most lights on a residential property. True or false?
I think that's true. Oh?
False. The number was 601,736. I bet you knew
Okay.
that one, didn't
I
you,
did know
Leo?
that one.
Did you know the number?
I knew that. No, I did know that.
Oh, you knew the number, the exact number?
Well, I knew 630,000. I didn't know 631,000.
That's pretty good.
Did they count them all?
They do. It's
Apparently
Guinness.
so, yeah, Guinness.
Oh, it was
It's gotta be
Guinness.
fact-checked and
Yep.
verified,
Yes.
yeah.
Well,
Yep.
that's true.
And I've been to a Guinness World Record ceremony. They take it very seriously.
They do take it
I was
serious.
at the one at the Tropicana where it was the most people scooping ice cream at the same time.
Oh, I could see you doing
It was
that.
fun. There was like 500 of us.
Do they move it all around and do it?
What do you mean? Do they move?
Like, do they move all around? I guess they do.
Well, it's a committee that goes around. I mean, you have to throw a huge marketing event, and you have to pay for the privilege of getting one of these awards. But it's fun. It's fun to be a participant. It's fun to be one of the numbers that helps.
We're
make it
supposed to
possible.
be doing like a world's longest like Tesla train parade type thing. Like I think that's on the books for next year.
Is that a Guinness event or just a?
No, it's gonna be because
Okay.
I think right now Japan or some other place holds that. I can't
Because I've been
remember.
to the Guinness Museum. You need to meet like 3 criteria. You need to be.
Where is the Guinness Museum?
Where was I? I was at a Guinness museum. Where was I? I was in some foreign country.
Okay.
I want to say I was in like a Scandinavian country or something. I'll have to look it up during the break.
Okay.
Because that would be too much dead air to look it up now.
All right.
Was that Brussels?
Yes. Yes, it was. Is that where it's located?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So it was a fun museum, but you need to meet 3 criteria. It needs to be something that can be repeatable. It needs to be. There's a criteria you have to meet to then petition
To do it.
to have one.
Got
Yes.
it. Okay. All right. Leo, for the tie, let's see if you got it, okay? It is estimated that more than 150 million light sets are sold in America each year. It is estimated that more than 50 million homes are decorated with holiday lights. True or false?
Oh, this is a tricky one because, believe it or not, I do know for a fact there are only 30 million Christmas trees sold every year. So to say that 50 million lights are decorated, our house has lights but does not have a tree since it's fake. I'm going to go true.
False.
Damn.
More than 80 million homes are decorated with holiday lights.
Should have underestimated that one.
All right, Pat George is in the lead.
No, he's not.
Wait, Tammy.
Tied with this guy.
Yeah.
He's still leading.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so this is the final one. Ready? And
Uh-oh.
you guys keep the score because I lost count. Okay, ready? Last one. Last one. This is open ground like Jeopardy, okay? First one to answer wins.
True.
Well, no, ask my question.
True.
All right, about
True.
Leo's like, let me just have my chance out there right
True.
away. All right, about 5,800 people are hospitalized annually for injuries involving falls while decorating their house for the holidays. The Consumer Product Safety Commission estimated that in 2016 there were 14,700 people hospitalized for injuries during holiday lights, Christmas trees, and other decorations. True or false?
True.
Leo takes the steal,
True.
or at least the tie.
Whatever it is, true. And you do need to participate in ladder safety. Falls from ladders are very serious. I broke my leg earlier this year from a fall from a ladder.
I know you were hobbling around for a minute.
I
What
was.
ladder did you fall off of? You never did say.
I never actually fell off the ladder. The ladder fell off the building.
Oh,
Oh, we have off-air number. We
Wait.
have here at Music Bed.
you were on a ladder on the building? Oh,
Oh, yeah. I never let go of the ladder. Ladder let go of the building.
all right.
So did I win? Did I win with a steal?
Tie. You tied. Woohoo. All right. 813-377-2775. If you text Santa, we're going to give a car ride through the wonderland of lights. 813. Cool. 377-2775. Thank you, Tammy Peters, for the giveaway. 813-377-2775. When we come back, more holiday festivities.
And stop dancing.
And we're like 2 days before Christmas. Perfect.
We are. We're 2 sleeps before Christmas.
Yes, we are.
To quote it in the Muppet Christmas Carol style.
All right, so let's talk about a few holiday festivities in and around the Tampa Bay area, shall we?
What's going on Water Street? Weren't they doing a huge Hanukkah celebration last night?
Probably, because we're knee deep in Hanukkah right now. We're 6 days in.
Yeah, we got to support
Happy
the
Hanukkah.
Our Jewish listening audience, our Boca Ratons out there,
So, fun fact,
the Ratonians
my family is Jewish.
from Boca Raton.
No.
They retired
used
to Boca?
No, we used to celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas when I was a kid. So, we just don't celebrate Hanukkah anymore. Yeah, fun
You
fact.
should. Wait, where's the menorah here? Where's the love?
I know, I didn't. I have blue scattered throughout the office. That counts, right? All right.
And it's a calming, apparently.
All right, so
Yes.
through January 4th, I would agree with that, by the way. I painted my master bedroom a blue-gray, and it definitely had a calming effect. Totally agree with that. I would have guessed that one true as well. Okay. All right, outdoor ice skating, Curtis Hickson Park in Winter Village.
That's always fun.
So is it plastic or real?
No, it's real. They have these huge chillers, courtesy of the Tampa Lightning. They come in and they chill a pool, and you can just skate over it.
Wow.
It's even fancier than the one they do because I was just at Central Park a couple of weeks ago, and they also do an ice skating thing, but they're basically just throwing a small layer of water down that freezes. But the Tampa one, they have these huge chillers
They
to
have
make the
to.
effect. Yeah,
They have to.
not tonight. Apparently, it's going to be sub-freezing.
So they won't even need to turn them on.
Nope.
All right. So this picture, I can't say it.
Picturesque.
Yes. Waterfront Park
Hit the dump button.
that shines in downtown Tampa for a celebration of full jubilation and festival cheer. So take the ice to discover the seasonal shopping and hop aboard the Winter Village Express for a merry journey through downtown. Did you jump on the train?
No, I did not.
They have cookies and milk on board.
What's going on in St. Pete? My wife wants to take me to St. Pete tonight.
Well,
for
let's
something.
see.
Go to that. I'm telling you, I know exactly what your wife wants to go to.
What is it?
It's Enchantment. It's a Tropicana field. It's a
Oh, that's on my
you
list.
Walk through a maze like The Shining.
Yeah.
And it was $35 a ticket.
And was it worth it?
Oh, we're here, Tropicana Field.
Yeah.
Tell you
So
what? It's good to go there once.
all new story-themed festival light maze where Santa's magical timepiece transports you. An illuminated land, sparkling tunnel, and ice skating are complete with magnificent 100-foot tall Christmas tree that spreads the season spirit all around.
And that's $35 a person?
I guess so. That's what Baz said.
$18 to ice skate, and it isn't in a big round like roller skate rink. It's through like a path, so it's like you're skating through the woods.
You know,
Really? It's ice skates?
Ice skating through a maze sounds like a horror movie.
I am down for that.
There's trees and things around with railings, and a lot of people are holding the railings. It's fun to sit outside and just watch all
Wait,
of these people.
and you can skate the forest? Really?
He's talking this up. He started with the meh, and now it sounds interesting.
I definitely want to go. I'll
It's
bring
like
my
the
skates.
Hunger Games version of a Christmas lights show.
And then they have these drinks that you can buy. If you get two, it's $37. They're like shaped like a Christmas ornament, and they light up.
Somebody will pay $37 for that for sure.
Of course.
In St. Pete, absolutely.
Of
All right.
course.
All right, so the River Walk, 35-foot tall floating Christmas tree, and it's ceremoniously illuminated for the first time of the season. This was November 28th. So the festivities continue through January 23rd, and the festival activities include floating light display and even a floating gingerbread display. So that's at the Tampa River Walk.
And I want to talk about the next one, which is my favorite place to visit this time of the year.
Oh, yes, it is. Take it away.
So Snow Days is back at the Florida Aquarium. And I actually just did Snow Days as a VIP member for the aquarium this past Tuesday. It's awesome. They have divers in costumes in the tanks. They have a trebuchet of snowballs you can throw at little monsters set up on the little dock.
Oh, cool.
Animal encounters, sloths, penguins. It is just phenomenal. It's a lot of fun. And this is Snow Days are free for members, and it's included with the general admission.
Did you participate in the Winter Wonderland dance party?
Yeah, so the back room they have set up for it's a rave going on. That's also where the bar is located. So I spent quite a bit of time there on Tuesday.
Not you, Leo.
But it was a fun time. I highly recommend checking out Snow Days at the Florida Aquarium. Always a good time. And they also have their theater if you wanted to catch either their Polar Express or their Octopus show.
So the Hillsborough Fairgrounds, we invited them on as our second guest, and they winched out. So we're going to talk about your event a little bit more in a minute, Tammy. So the Festival of Lights Enchanted Visitors Wintry Wonderland, and they have more than 1 million lights, and it's a 2-mile drive through of twinkling display, even hilarious elves wrestling alligators. Woo, that is something. I would
That
expect
sounds
that in
cool.
Auburndale.
That's worth it.
Okay, have you
Like
been?
them?
I've not been.
No, I'm telling you what, though, to watch little people wrestle alligators, I like that.
Now, if there was only a place where you can see a large commercial display of lights, massive large commercial display of lights, is that on this list?
No.
Tammy's event's not on this list.
Yeah, no, but she's here in person. That's why.
Okay.
She's here in person. She talked about it for a whole 10 minutes. All right. Glacier Children Museum's Gingerbread Village. That's another thing. So hands-on, creating your very own gingerbread house. And the village is entirely recycled material like cardboard, pipe cleaners, all of that fun
Is
stuff.
that inside the village? Inside the
Well, it's
museum?
probably, I would imagine.
So I could go to Curtis Hickson Park. I can ice skate, go to the Children's Museum, see a gingerbread house, walk the river,
You can
walk see
build a gingerbread house.
30 or 35 foot tall floating tree, and then I can walk to the aquarium, and I can hit all 4 of those in one night.
Well, there's also the pirate water taxi. Don't forget about that. So they move along the Hillsborough River, and they have displays of the Dickens carolers. They perform sing-alongs accompanied by cookies, hot chocolate, and even snow flurry.
So I can hit 5 of these things just by going
there.
to downtown Tampa.
Well, don't forget about the Tampa Theater.
You can hit 6 of these things by...
So Select Nights Tampa Theater. So Historic Tampa Theater throughout November and December are doing their showings of their holiday classics like The Miracle on 34th Street, Elf, It's a Wonderful Life, and more. So you can sing along with these carols and have more. But last but not least, go to Auburndale.
Absolutely.
Check out
Come on out.
Wonderland Lights and America's Christmas Village. 813-377-2775. Text Santa, and we'll get you some tickets for your family to go through. It will be worth the drive. This is our last live show of 2022. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you both, and I'll tell your listeners.
Thank you very much, and enjoy the time with your family. Happy holidays. Love where you live, or we'll fix it.
Yep.
Welcome home for
Welcome
Christmas.
home. It's been an exciting 2022. Looking forward to 2023. 813-377-2775. That's 813-377-2775. Smash that like, smash that subscribe button. See you next year.
Program was paid for.